So usually the way I've been setting these things up is we'll be talking about stuff like completely unrelated or something random, and then I'll suddenly be like, are you thinking what I'm thinking, Chris? And you'll be like, I think I am, Sarah. And then we go, it's culinary conquest time, and then strike pose.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so just very brief overview.
Yes.
What is paleo diet?
Okay, so the paleo diet, well, the paleo diet and lifestyle, the idea is that the majority or the end of our evolution as humans was during the Paleolithic time as hunter-gatherers, and therefore our bodies are optimized for a diet and lifestyle that was sort of around, applied through a modern filter. I'm not saying we should go walk around spearing boars, yeah. But so basically the diet part of it would say that we should eat basically meats, vegetables, fruits, and nuts, and insects if you're into that sort of thing. But we should avoid dairy products and legumes, and then the biggest one of all is grains. We should avoid grains.
Morning tea is extremely strange when there's no sugar in it. This is just cream. It's like the cream helps reduce the bitterness of the tannin, but it really does need sugar to taste really good. So this is kind of more like medicine than a delicious drink. Eating salad with a vinaigrette made from hazelnut oil and lemon juice, and avocado, cucumber, lettuce, and heirloom cherry tomatoes and bell peppers. It would be a lot tastier if I had cheese in here as well. I'm also eating it outside because I'm paleo, even though it's 100 degrees and my face is melting off. For me, like, I'm just not really a huge fan of grains to begin with, just because from a culinary standpoint, they don't really have very much flavor.
No, they really
don't.
They're
mostly just an extender.
Yeah.
Like, you have bread so that you can put the flavorful meat and cheese on it. And if you just eat the flavorful meat and cheese, that's more flavor. And yeah, I've never really been a big bread fan. I like rice a lot and I like pasta a lot. A lot of that's more just a comfort mouthfeel thing. But yeah, my groceries, after I bought them yesterday, I laid them all out on the island, and I'd say a good 75% to 80% of my island was just vegetables.
Yeah.
And then a small area was meat.
Yes.
And then there was a coconut and a can of coconut milk, and then a yogurt.
Yep.
And then I have nuts I'll probably eat in the week at some point.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use coconut flour in my banana bread.
Yeah, two things about that layout come to mind. One is that people have a misconception that paleo is all about meat. And it isn't. It's about mostly meat and vegetables and some fruit and nuts. And then the other thing you mentioned, the yogurt, is interesting because there are, again, sort of the backlash or the controversy is there's people who say, well, it's actually okay to eat dairy as long as it's grass-fed dairy and or fermented because it's broken down the lactose.
Garlic yogurt cheese with paleo potato chips. And since I'm not allowed to watch TV or Netflix, I'm reading Discworld.
You know, just keep in mind that paleo is not just about diet. Like, for example, making sure you get enough sunlight because it helps with the manufacture of vitamins and stuff. And also, when it comes to light, managing your light. Like at night, minimizing artificial light sources. If you are going to use artificial light sources, shift them to the red part of the spectrum, like firelight or, you know, so like there's a great computer program that's free called Flux. And at night, it will shift your monitor, it'll take out the blues.
So it's just red.
It's more reddish orange, and it will actually, if you have trouble sleeping because you stay up at night at the computer, it will actually help you get to sleep better.
Yeah, that is another part of my week. I'm giving up Netflix and stuff like that and YouTube watching. I'm going to read instead or not do anything. But I really enjoy watching Netflix while I eat my meals. It's kind of weird. I like watching cooking shows while I eat. It's kind of like watching porn while you're having sex. But it's really nice and I enjoy it, and now I'm not doing that, so I miss that. So
that's a big part of the paleo exercise part, is about basically walking a lot, low levels of exercise, and then sprinting.
See, I don't do that part, but...
I had trouble with sprinting, but if you think about it, when our hunter-gatherer ancestors were looking for food, that's basically what they would do, is they'd walk and walk and walk.
Oh, some strawberries.
Yeah, or, you know, a boar, I'm going to chase it down, or a lion, I'm going to get the heck out of here.
Look what I foraged on my evening walk. This is like more concentrated carbohydrates than I've had in the entire week.
Snuggle butt fluff.
Here I am outside in the drought-ridden backyard, and I am enjoying my breakfast that I'm going to be having for the next few days. Kale, bacon, and scallions. And even though it's 8:30 in the morning, it's already 75 degrees. It's in the afternoon and I'm feeling kind of faint. I was planning on doing my exercises, but I don't want to, like, you know, faint and collapse on the floor. So I'm going to eat a banana. I'm such a rebel.
You know, anytime you go onto a diet that's relatively low carb, a lot of people for the first few days or in a week will feel terrible. It's called the keto flu because their body's shifting.
You mentioned like upping the salt makes
that better. Can help that better.
This is my 5th morning being paleo, and yesterday I started experiencing some actual problems. Today I've noticed in general the last few days that my muscles had just felt really like achy. It felt like I've been lifting weights, which I have not been doing. Let's attempt to open this baby.
The banana bread that you're going to make is wonderful. I try to make sure the bananas are like a little past ripe so they're a little sweeter. But that recipe is amazing because you eat that banana bread and you're like, this is pretty sweet, and there's nothing in it except
banana. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of banana. There's like 4 bananas.
4 bananas, yeah. I know that recipe by heart, so it's one of my favorites. That guy who has that recipe, his website's got great paleo.
And we'll put a link in it. I'm outside for my morning breakfast of Russian tea without sugar, but with cream, and this paleo banana bread. Looking at the batter, it was extremely moist. I was surprised it even turned into bread. That's good. It tastes a lot like regular old banana bread, and it has no sugar in it.
Hiya, Delia. Would you like some banana bread? Nom nom nom.
Barbecued pork shoulder, mashed cauliflower, and barbecued squash. Also drinking naturally extracted coconut water. This mashed cauliflower is really good. I like it better than mashed potatoes. Not quite as much as I like mashed celery root, but it's really good. And the pork and the squash are stuff that I make all the time anyway.
Hi, dear Pan.
What do you think I'm going to crave the most after the week is over?
Oh gosh.
I'm having no sugar, absolutely no sugar at all. Or natural sweeteners, no honey, no...
Probably something, maybe some fruity...
Yeah, because the only fruit I'm having is the bananas that I'm going to use in the bread.
I found out I would get cravings for pie.
Pie? Oh, yeah, because that has the fruit and sugar and flour.
Yeah.
That would be a triple whammy.
Pie. It's always good.
And summer is a great time for pie.
Yeah.
Tastes so much better with sugar. Grains. Delicious, wholesome, nutritious, good mouthfeel grains. I'm also watching Netflix while I'm eating. One thing that I missed about grains was indeed their good mouthfeel. And here's one more thing that I learned. Of course, I already kind of knew this, but if I eat too many vegetables and if I eat no grains, my poop is... So that's why I would never give up grains entirely and be paleo, because they really have their place. They have really good mouthfeel, they're a great canvas for transporting flavors of asparagus and garlic and olive oil and meats as well on rice. And in addition to that, they make my insides happy. Okay, we're out of time.
All right.
That was plenty of
This
stuff.
has been another Cosmic Conquest. Wait, what? No.